Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Bruins, they'll try to get him on the fake. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work. So Nebraska's offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, better look out. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Matthews. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Power football with the run. Past the first down marker and still running. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Key. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Brought down after a nice game.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. The pick off! What a play by this defense! Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Ncaa. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got it behind the line. It's Matthews.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, the ground game. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They knock him down finally. But boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark. The Huskers will line running away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll leave it with him. It's running room. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Got the quick pass. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. And the ball's on the ground. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Still looking on the move. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll lift to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The handoff to Johnson. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Wide open spaces. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Cornhuskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Try to get it to the edge. Finds a little space. He's loose. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got his man across the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying on this drive.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need 3rd downs.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Going for 6. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line, where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. That's caught. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. It's Ncaa. Quick completion on the out route. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Matthews. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it and play it from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barney. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Look out, he's got room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Creates a little space, and they're able to get him down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the air on second and short. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And they spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. He'll set up to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Dances away. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The sack, and time has run out in the first half. They passed on a field goal attempt, and they'll get Sippo. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
The Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. That's caught. It's key. Oh, a lot of space. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Hits him with a stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. Hailed the punt, can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to set up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Huskers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Extending the play. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They'll give it to Johnson. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw, and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
Not a very good punt there. No doubt the pressure had an impact. And the returner is stopped. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Bruins have pushed it inside the 20. To the air, it's Ncaa. Dances away to buy time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the Bruins get it past the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Lost to fire on second down. Working that left side now. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The corners are walked up tight. Under fire. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. He saw man coverage and the idea just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now,
and the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
this is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Barney. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
The Huskers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in, it's Robinson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Caught in the backfield. It's Matthews. There he goes! He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Reads it, fires complete. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Might be looking to run. Right on the money. Touchdown, Bruins! They move on top here in the 4th. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. The give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Here we go.
They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, UCLA! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll keep it on the ground. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now, setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Great place to start for this offense. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead, but if you kick...
Makes the grab past the marker. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the back. Jukes his way for more. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. No gain on the play. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. To the air on first down. Looking to scramble. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. They get the double.